I'm going to show you how to turn a cold lead into a 5K paying client without getting on a single sales call. Now, before we get started, I just wanted to point out that this is for you if you are the type of person that's right now trying to figure out lead gen, you're trying to figure out content strategy, or maybe you're working on your offer. A lot of the times, people work on those things independently when in reality, it all works in unison. And in this video, I'm going to show you my exact sales process and sales funnel that I use to take my audience and my leads from completely cold to 5K paying clients. Now, when it comes down to it, you're this is a matter of testing. So you might have to, depending on what level of stage you're at in your business or whatever, you might have to test some of these things out for yourself until you find a winning combination. But in terms of the framework works. It's just a matter of what is the content that you're putting out there, and a lot of the times it has to do with the offer. So when you look at my sales funnel, I'm not just talking about a landing page. I'm actually talking about the sales funnel that I take people through in order to funnel them in from free content and free things that they're looking at from my LinkedIn, my YouTube, whatever it is, all the way through turning them into paying clients and also turning them into loyal paying clients that keep paying month and month and month again. So you might have heard the phrase top of funnel. A lot of people call it tofu, right? And then you have the mofu, which is middle of funnel, and then you usually have your bofu. So this is essentially what this all means. I'm going to explain this all in this video, and I'm going to show you like exactly step by step how I'm doing this. So when it comes down to it, you have your top of funnel. This is essentially when you're posting content. I have no control over who's viewing my video on YouTube. I have no control over who's viewing my content on LinkedIn. So anything that I'm posting about as content, I'm using that to attract my audience, right? So I'm just posting content out there, and then it's going to attract, because of the way that the messaging and the subject matter and topics and all of that. It's going to attract the right people. Now, when it comes down to what content you post, you have to pick a topic for your overall brand, right? So it's either going to be your channel, your LinkedIn, whatever it is. You have to pick a topic. So, for example, in my account, I talk about AI, I talk about marketing, and I talk about sales, right? These are the three pillars that I talk about, and it goes hand in hand. And if you really think about it, my whole strategy here is how do I actually use AI to help me generate more revenue by improving my marketing and sales processes? So I post a lot of content around that, and anyone that's trying to figure out how to use AI for marketing and sales is most likely interested in this type of content, and that's probably why you're watching this video. So what happens is, uh, when I'm posting content here, I'm not sending people straight to buy a $5,000 offer. A lot of people think that, and I see a lot of people make the mistake. They post content and think, I'm just gonna randomly, instead of sharing value-driven content where you're educating people and giving tutorials and stuff like that, I've seen people before just post something randomly and say like, "Hey, I'm proud to announce that I just launched a consultancy and I'm going to be offering consulting packages for $10,000." Blah blah blah. But the problem is that they're over here posting something that's related to their high ticket offer, and the people that are watching and reading this, they're not even there yet. They're not even at the consideration stage. Nothing. They're literally just scrolling on LinkedIn trying to find valuable content that's going to be helpful to their current challenges, pain points, bottlenecks, desires, whatever. So when you think about it, in the current market, 3% of people are current buyers. This means that 3% of people are aware that they have a problem and they're actively looking for a solution and they're ready to buy, right? So 3% of the marketplace, typically, this is a stat, typically 3% of the marketplace is buyers that are aware and they're actively looking for a solution. 67% of the marketplace has no idea that they have a problem, or maybe has a slight idea that they have a problem. So you need to actually nurture and educate those buyers and follow up, right? And then realistically, 30% of people are never going to buy from you. Either they are haters, they've gone with competitors, they don't support you, they don't agree with you, they don't like you, whatever it is. The problem when most people are starting their businesses, they focus way too much time on this 30% that's never going to buy. If we know that 30% of people are never going to buy, stop focusing on the people that aren't going to buy. It's really that simple, right? So if someone calls you an idiot on your content, of course it's not nice to hear, but that doesn't mean go focus on that person that insulted you. Instead, focus on the 3% and focus on the 67% that is ready to buy. The people that are insulting you, they're not worth your time, your energy, or your expertise. So don't focus on them. Now, When it comes down to it, in order to start filtering out who is a 3%, who is a 67%, usually 3% will be problem aware and everything. So they'll either buy your low ticket or your high ticket offer. And the way that they'll do that is they'll either send you a message and ask you for help. They'll say, "Hey, I just saw that you posted about this. I'm currently working on this and I'm struggling with this. I'm wondering if you can help." Right? They're showing you, they're indicating that, "Hey, I'm actively looking for support and I noticed that you're actually really good at this, or you have an idea about this because I saw your content, so maybe you can help." Perfect. But how do we actually monetize the 67%, which is going to bring the most of the revenue, right? 3% is going to bring you a significant amount of revenue. But the fortune, this is why people say if fortune is in the follow up, 67% is actually what's going to make up the majority of it. So the way that you do that is by having this three-step system, essentially, that's going to take someone from sort of top of funnel model, starting to be middle of funnel, all the way through bottom of funnel. And the way that we do that is the first step is a lead magnet. A lead magnet stands for giving away something for free in exchange for their contact information. So you can give away a free mini course, you can give away a free ebook, a free guide, a free checklist, whatever the case is. And in return, you capture the audience. So now you can actually have, you can communicate back with them. Did you like it? I have another training. Do you need help with something else? I have a special offer. Blah blah blah. Right? You can reach back out. You can talk to them. You want to collect phone number, email, phone number, and of course their name. The reason why you want phone number is because 99.9, I think 99.1, I think it is 99.1% of SMS text messages are opened in comparison to 20% of emails are open. So if you have a list of 1,000 emails and 1,000 phone numbers, 999 of those phone numbers will be actually opened, whereas only 200 of those emails will be opened. So SMS marketing, it's a little bit more expensive because you actually have to pay for the credits and everything, but having SMS marketing, especially in the lead magnet stage, collecting that information, it's going to unlock an extra, like, whatever, 80% or whatever this is of retargeting, right? Of when you reach out to people, you're gonna actually maximize the amount of people you can get in front of. So that's why you want to activate your SMS marketing campaigns as fast as possible. Then the next stage, once you actually started to build that trust, that goodwill, you have their information and everything, then you want to launch a low ticket virtual event. So for example, we're doing a boot camp, literally like at the time of filming this video next week. In this boot camp, we're gonna walk people through. We're gonna show them how to create an AI powered high ticket offer. We're gonna show them how to actually post content that attracts their paying clients based on the high ticket offer that we help them create, and then we're gonna help them figure out how to actually leverage AI tools and automations to make this whole thing works seamlessly. So I'll get into this a little bit later, but as you can see, this is one way to start bringing people into your funnel, into your sales process, because now you are posting something around $47 mark, 97 even max. You don't really want to go over 97 for this particular strategy, because the whole point is that you just want to create something that is a little bit of a no-brainer, a little bit of a impulse buy, and again, it's just to prove that there is intent in later on buying your high ticket offer, right? So in the course of like 7 days or 10 days or so, I can take anyone from here all the way to this high ticket offer without having a single phone conversation. And the reason is, and the way I do it is exactly this. I host a virtual event, so it'll take me about a week of promoting it. And then when I host a virtual event, what I do is I upsell them to a high ticket offer. So again, the whole purpose of the low ticket virtual event is just to demonstrate that there actually is intent by the buyers that are purchasing it. It's at a low enough price point where it's an impulse buy. It doesn't create sales resistance. It's something that, like, yeah, I like her content. I was thinking about working with her. Maybe this is a good way to get introduced to her world, see what she's up to, see if I like it. And this is going to create less sales friction. So when you're selling a high ticket offer, a lot of the times the problem is, do I actually trust you? Do I trust that you can deliver? Do I trust myself that I understand what's going on and what I'm buying into? So the virtual event, it's placed there strategically to erase all of that sales friction and actually allow them to spend significant time with you over the course of 3 days, 5 days, whatever, so that when you do have the upsell, either they're asking for it and they're just begging to buy it, or you're in the position where now it's like, all right, let's not kill the momentum, let's keep going, let's keep working together. So in this case, we position our accelerator, which is essentially helping them, it's a done for you virtual event setup essentially, right? So I'll get into that a lot later. But then after that, we want to then position this high ticket offer. We want to introduce some stickiness to it. So we want to introduce monthly recurring revenue type of offers. You can either start including, done for you services. You can include, we have a SaaS, for example. So this is where we position our SaaS. So after the accelerator, after it's all said and done, they can either continue with us or they can just keep using our SaaS, right? And either way, we're still going to continue to monetize that person. So whether they came, to summarize, they came in through either YouTube or Facebook or LinkedIn or whatever social media platform you're using, TikTok, whatever. And then this is essentially the process. You give them a little taste, then you give them a little bit more for a little bit of money now, and then in order for you to give them the best of what you have to offer, that is when you position that. Traditionally, what people do, or like most salespeople do, they'll go lead, they'll go content to high ticket offer, and what happens is you have to do one-on-one calls. You probably have to do like 2 or 3 calls to close them. You probably have to, spend a lot of time back and forth. You have to send proposals, right? You have to do all of this activity, and it works, right? But it takes a lot of time. So what the bootcamp does and like the virtual events do, they accelerate all that process, because at this stage there is no such thing as proposal. There is no such thing as let's get on a call, unless it's like a 15-minute call just to discuss logistics, if it's actually for them, pricing, payment plans, whatever it is. But it's so much more streamlined and so much easier. So this is the exact process that I go to, taking a completely cold lead all the way through a 5K paying client without having to get it on a single sales call. Now, if you have any questions or anything, or you would like to learn how to do this for yourself, we do have the AI Offers Bootcamp starting next week, February 13th through 15th. It's literally just $47. And essentially, what we're going to help you figure out is how to use AI to help you create high ticket offers and how to test it in the marketplace in real time so you can actually start attracting your buyers. So if you have any questions about this, let me know. Otherwise, comment below bootcamp and I'll send you the link. And yeah, I hope this was helpful. So, like I said, this is a proper sales process. It's actually taking someone from completely unknown to monthly recurring subscribers of yours. So, like I said, any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching this video. Talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.